Can you believe it's already the last week of February and we're in the end of the second month of 2018? Are you still on your New Year's resolution? What's up, you guys? I'm SJP, and today I want to talk about long-term mindset and achieving your goals. As you obviously know, if you're watching my channel, my New Year's resolution was to start a YouTube channel and share my knowledge on the ketogenic diet. That didn't exactly go as planned. I posted for a couple weeks in a row and then all of a sudden was bombarded, like most people, with what 2018 had to offer. We all have excuses, whether it's work, family, naps. Naps are like my best friend and a huge excuse for me. Whether it's any of these things, tend to fall off the bandwagon at least once. And what I'm here to talk about is having a long-term mindset and not letting it get to you and stress you out that you maybe didn't stick to a goal that you set for yourself. Part of my excuse, I'm proud to say, is that with my ketogenic diet, I realized that my weight had plateaued between 168 and 172 pounds for the last 4 to 6 months or so. And I decided it was time to reel it in and really count my macros, count my carbs, and count my calories. With reeling that in and kind of watching what I'm eating and tracking my calories and everything, I'm happy to say that the scale has been budging the last week or two, and I'm down an additional 4 pounds, feeling great. So if your New Year's resolution was to start a ketogenic diet and you found that you fell off the bandwagon, maybe you had a cheat day, Valentine's Day came up, too many chocolates and desserts to tempt you, maybe friends and family were breaking their New Year's resolutions and you felt like maybe you should break yours too. Whatever it is, it's completely okay. I know that we don't usually say that out loud, but I let myself get stressed about basically not making YouTube videos for the past 2 to 3 weeks, and it just didn't feel good. And eventually it was like, you know what? This is my life. I don't owe anything to anybody. If I'm doing it because I have the time and I feel good and I'm having fun, then great. And if not, then it needs to wait. My happiness and my strength in being calm and collected each day and not having a stressful lifestyle is way more important to me than just sticking to a goal because I set out and said that I would do it. Comes down to friends and family and their support. You're not going to get it with your ketogenic diet probably for at least a year or two. I live with my boyfriend and have for the past 6 years. Even the first and second year of the diet, he wasn't into it. He would eat my sugar-free snacks because they taste just like regular snacks, and he would drink the sugar-free Zivias and sodas that I had, but he wasn't committed to a ketogenic lifestyle. In the third year of the diet, he has started to adapt some ketogenic tendencies and is proving that he might end up being a good influence on me on this trip to New York, where I was planning on just binging and cheating. He's kind of trying to reel it in where we should both try and stay within a ketogenic lifestyle when we go on vacation. We'll see what happens with that. Whatever your excuse, whatever the bump in the road, whatever you encountered that maybe pushed you off of your goal or pushed you away from the ketogenic diet, I'm here to say that's fine, and you can hop back on whenever you're ready. And this doesn't have to just be with keto. This can be with any goal that you set for yourself. It's your life. I do a lot of yoga, and one of the common things they say is yoga is just a practice. Really, life is just a practice. You find what works for you. So another thing I wanted to throw out there was if you had a cheat day, you can still get back onto a ketogenic diet. There are people that do things called cyclical keto. If you had a cheat meal, you can get back on your diet. There are people that do things called carb ups on a ketogenic diet. Pretty much the ketogenic diet is not a regulated term. Ketosis is a regulated term. Ketogenesis is a regulated term, but the keto diet is not a regulated term. So find what keto works for you. I was on lazy keto, not tracking or counting any of my macronutrients or carbs. Well, I was counting my carbs, but I was really guesstimating them, and I think I was way over my threshold for the past 6 months or so. And that's called lazy keto. You know, you kind of guesstimate, you eat what you feel like, and if it fits within your macros and you want 10 carbs worth 1 inch square of cake, because I know how many carbs are in a 1 inch square of cake because I looked it up, then maybe you eat that because it fits within your calorie and macronutrient restrictions for that day. But whatever it is, find what works for you. And I think falling off of the bandwagon, it proves to be helpful because maybe you go through a year of the ketogenic diet and you go in and out of ketosis. You learn what keto flu is like. You learn what your carb threshold is. You learn what you like and what you don't like, and what you need and what you don't need, what to supplement. You learn a lot about yourself. And I think that that's the most important journey we have here, is in the practice of life, learning about yourself and what works for you. One of the things that I found after being on a ketogenic diet for 3 years now is that each time that I do cheat, or each time that I get kicked out of ketosis and bounce back in, I have less and less cravings. When I first started the diet, I was like madly addicted to milkshakes, frappuccinos, and acai bowls. And I thought my body was craving acai bowls because of the antioxidants and the fruits and everything. Really, it's because they're chock full of sugar, granola, and honey. And they're delicious, but I was finding myself fantasizing and obsessing over these acai bowls. And every time I knew that I was going to plan to cheat on a vacation or for a holiday or what have you, I was like, okay, once I cheat and I'm out of ketosis, I can go ahead and get an acai bowl before I get back into ketosis, because that's what I was like craving and thinking about. Over time, those cravings have gone away, and I'm not a slave to the food anymore. I've been a part of the food and beverage industry for 10 years, and it makes me wonder if it's all because I was addicted to food and just like eating things because it's delicious, and I think I had a problem. But most importantly, on the ketogenic diet, I've found that I feel better. So I have mental clarity, I'm not as bloated, and if you're one of my friends, you know that my entire life I've been complaining about having cankles, and keto helps me not to have cankles anymore. I like having ankles. They're beautiful. It makes me feel more like a lady than like an elephant. So whatever the benefits are for you, I think you'll find after doing keto and bouncing in and out a couple times, or whatever routine you find for yourself, that the benefits outweigh whatever craving or whatever carb, cake, milkshake, frappuccino, or acai bowl you might find, and that you'll find yourself back on a ketogenic diet soon enough, just because you feel better and it helps you to live your everyday life. It's way more sustainable than any other diet out there. I've done the master cleanse. I've done the military diet. I've done shakes. I've tried a lot of things. And this is the only thing that I've been able to stick to. And it's because I look at it as a long-term lifestyle. I'm just going to eat like this for the rest of my life. I like it. I feel like it's sustainable. I like the way I look and the way I feel. And that's enough for me, because all of the headaches and hangover-like symptoms, I have to tell you, when I turned 26, I would just wake up and feel like I had a hangover for no reason. I'm like, I didn't drink last night. I don't understand. And my body was just unhappy. I went to the doctor, found out I was like basically pre-diabetic. It just wasn't looking good. So at this point, this is what's sustainable for me, and I'm still able to eat things that I enjoy, and I'm still able to socialize with people, and I just modify as I go. So hopefully you're finding the same thing in what you've adapted for your ketogenic diet, but I think the most important lesson for today is to forgive yourself and be patient with yourself. And as long as you're moving in the right direction and you're trying and you're doing what makes you happy, that is all that's important. So if you put down keto for the next year and you pop back in for New Year's resolution 2019, do you, boo-boo. No matter what comes at you in life, it's okay to pick up where you left off and start back with any goal you might have. Life is just a practice.